Hey guys, what's up? I quickly want to give a shout out and a testimonial to Rohtansh Chander. We just had a quick call where he guided me through outbound and lead generation, and I think it was extremely valuable. For those that don't know who I am, well, my name is Asaad Mahmood. I am the founder and the CEO of the Small Square. I run an agency, a design and development agency, where I provide design and development services to a lot of clients. Apart from that, you can actually check out my Upwork profile as well. So I am extremely successful and an expert vetted talent on Upwork. And apart from that, I also run a YouTube channel where I provide design and development education and teach people UX, UI, Figma, so on and so forth. So that's a bit about me. I do want to talk about my experience in the meeting with Rosh. So as many of you know, I am relatively successful on Upwork. I know how to do sales on Upwork because I have a really great profile. I know how to write cover letters. I know all of that stuff, but I'm not really good at outbound outside of Upwork, let's say on LinkedIn or let's say Twitter or through cold calling and cold emails and stuff along those lines. But in our meeting, he really guided me how to actually take the next step to increase my lead generation. Because obviously if people come on the call with me, I personally believe I have relative experience to convince them to obviously acquire our services. But the problem that I personally faced was not getting a lot of bookings and not getting a lot of leads. Rosh actually gave me a lot of suggestions about how I can improve my lead generation mechanisms, how I can capture those leads, how I can create how I can actually provide value by pushing out lead magnets and getting a lot of emails, and then creating a funnel that basically again warms those leads to, in the future, if they want to acquire my services, they can actually go ahead and do so. So I definitely would recommend that. I think my understanding of outbound lead generation has changed quite a lot. Previously, it was about going into people's emails, or again, it was more about scraping people's emails, which I really don't want to do. I don't want to scrape people's emails and then just spam them with irrelevant messages and salesy messages. But after talking to Rosh, it's more about providing value. It's more about giving value without much expectation. And if you do that enough, then people would automatically reach out to you and acquire your services. So them acquiring our services is a result of us providing value rather than us providing value after they actually acquire our services, which was a complete mind shift for me. I think this is going to have a huge impact in my business. I obviously haven't really tried out some of the suggestions, but I actually plan to do that. So hopefully I'll let you know. I would definitely recommend Rosh because he is very open. He's a very positive and amiable individual, and the amount of effort and dedication he has in his field is outstanding, and his understanding and most of all, his ability and his willingness to actually help people without much expectation. I feel like that's really hard to find in people nowadays, and I highly recommend him for that because it's more with him, it's more than money, and it's much more than that, just acquiring sales and stuff along those lines. So highly recommend it because people with integrity are really hard to find in this time and age, and that's pretty much it. I had a great conversation with Rosh, and hopefully this is going to convince you to obviously acquire his services as well if you want to.